Now that we're done with the back taper and lining up the sides, we can move on to our FadeitLuie and create our first guideline on the side taper. Now that we're done butting him out and shaving off his sideburns, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. We're also making sure that we use the corners of the blade, since it is a small area to fade. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. Remember to use the lever to soften up this line and get ready for the half guard. Now we're using our two guard all the way open, and we're going to create our fourth guideline right on top of the one guard all the way open. Now that we're done creating our fourth guideline, we're then going to use a 1.5 guard to erase it completely. Now we're using our 3 guard all the way open to create our fifth guideline, and we're flicking out as much as possible into the bulk that he already has. Now I'm using my previous guards to detail as much as possible, especially between the half guard and the one guard. Now that we're done with our taper, we can move on to our C-cups and use our FadeitLuie to make them as crispy as possible. Again, I always start off at the bottom and work my way to the top arch using the corners of the blade. I also like to go slower to make sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then the hair is going to shift and then you won't line them up properly. Now that we're done lining them up, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Durber premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. But of course, before we do that, we're going to apply some shave gel so that the razor could glide better. When using the razor, you always want to keep it at a 45-degree angle and stretch the skin with your opposite hand as much as possible. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave your super thanks down below or subscribe to the Instagram. Moving on to the beard, we're going to debulk it with the 3 guard all the way open, going with the grain, and then line it up through the bottom using our Gold FX. Now that we're done lining up the beard, we can move on to the front line and separate his hair from the top. As you can see, there's a lot of uneven hairs that need to be cut and lined up. So I'm making sure I make an even part, and I'm taking hairs that I do want to cut out. Now that we have a nice enough part, I'm going to switch over to my 1 guard all the way open and debulk the hairline. Now we're going to start off with our Gold FX in the middle and work our way to the sides. Of course, you always want to keep the vertical bars as natural as possible, so I'm making sure I don't go too in. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and leave a super thanks down below or follow the Instagram. As you can see, we're trying to match the other side as much as possible to the first side we lined up to. Man, I feel like it's looking crispy, man. Leave a comment down below if you feel like it's crispy. Now that we're done with the cut, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Durban premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. You always want to make sure you keep the blade at a 45-degree angle and stretch the skin as much as possible with your opposite hand. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone. You also want to pay very high attention to this area.